You're killing me, Smalls.
We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS shipping packages. I'm smoking weed out them packages. If I ain't got a gun, I'm stabbing it. I got some leftover lean in the cabinet. I can hit your little hoe when she happy. Poke on that pussy shit like it's a top in it. We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS doing the packaging. I'm smoking good ass weed out them packages. I can't lie, 'cause I ain't capping it.
Welcome back to the DNA podcast. It's your boy D.
It's your boy Antonio. Let's get to it.
We have a very special episode from the Brothers in Ink Tattoo Shop. We have our guest, Justin. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling good, man. I'm definitely grateful to be here, man. Thank you for having me, for real.
It's an honor to have you on. Just give background on how we met. Like we're not childhood friends. We just met.
We were just politicking at Durag Fest. And they just happened to stop by and check out the table and kind of rock with some of the content and the brand that I had out there. We chopped it up, and one thing led to another.
And we out here.
Yeah, making connections and networking. That's how I go.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And we love to support black businesses, small black businesses, all that fun shit. And, we consider ourselves creatives. So, love to give back like that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Before we get into it, you want to just give a brief overview of where you're from, what led you to Charlotte, and what do you do?
I bet. So my name is Justin. I go by Justx4rt. I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio. I've been in Charlotte now since 2008, so roughly 14 years. My mom sent me down here to keep me out of trouble. I was getting into some dumb stuff back in Toledo, so my mom sent me down here to finish school, live with my sisters, and I kind of just been here ever since. And then kind of just went through that life journey of just going from like job to job and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Like I was working at the bank, doing business banking for like 3-4 years, and I was miserable. Man, I worked at Wells Fargo. I'll say it. I worked at Wells Fargo, and I was miserable. I made damn good money, but I was miserable. And man, I ended up quitting. That was in like 2016. And then I actually started teaching. So then I was teaching for a couple years, and then budget cuts happened. I was working at a Title I school, so I got let go from that. Bounced around from job to job, and then shortly after the pandemic hit. And during the pandemic, they was they giving out all that free money and stuff. Like I'm sitting at home, I'm bored. Like, man, I got to do something. I can't depend on the government. I got to get out here and get my own money. And funny enough, the story that started Justx4rt started with this girl not wanting to pay me for a picture. Funny, like, she had me draw her a tattoo, and I asked for like $50. I asked for $50 for the picture I drew. I colored it, drew it, everything, custom tattoo. She told me it wasn't worth it, and she was only gonna give me 15. And I was just like, all right, nah, forget it, man. It ain't even worth it. I made like a Facebook post or something, and then like a couple days later, 5 people messaging me like to create some pictures and stuff from them. And then from there, long story short, that's when I started the company Justx4rt, which is an art and design company based on creating a mold that doesn't fit the standard person. Like, you don't fit into those normal molds. Like, for me, for example, I played sports and stuff, and like I was kind of like a popular lane. Like, I knew everybody, but I ain't hanging no circles, you know what I'm saying? So
I can relate to that.
You feel me? So I kind of just wanted to create a brand that's just like for people to be able to be themselves and express themselves unapologetically. And that's kind of just one thing led to another, man. I just started off doing art again. I've always done art my whole life. Since I was a kid. Started off making a couple pictures. I came up with my cartoon logo. I don't even have it on me on this one, but I came up with that little cartoon logo, and then somebody was like, hey, you should put that on a shirt. All right, I'll do it. Just some brand promo. I never had desires to be in fashion or anything like that. And then I put it on the shirt. They sold out. Then somebody was like, you should make some more. All right, and then next thing you know, I got a whole line. And then same far as tattoos goes, I actually always wanted to be a tattoo artist. Like, I just never got an opportunity to. When I was a kid, growing up, my apprenticeship was like $3,000, and I ain't had that type of money growing up. So,
I didn't even know you had to pay for that.
Oh yeah, they cost. They ain't cheap, bro. And I ain't want to be like nobody lackey either. Like, some tattoo shops, like, man, they like to make you, like, you know how you play sports and they haze you and you gotta do all that BS.
You gotta pay your dues.
Yeah, I ain't paying nobody no dues. You feel me? I paid my dues. So, long story short, man, I made a Facebook post saying I'm about to buy myself a tattoo machine and just teach myself how to tattoo. The manager from this shop here at Brothers and Ink saw my Facebook post. She had been following my art for a little minute, and she was like, "Why don't you come in and check us out for an apprenticeship?" That was 2 years ago, and I've been here ever since.
That's quite a story. That's a real story. Most people think you have to go to college or you need to be whoop-de-whoop and do this and that. Hell, you just admitted the path that you on started with just being at the crib and just thinking, fuck it, I need to go do something. I need to make some moves.
Like I went to college. I got an associate's degree in business management, and like I said, I'm a teacher too. And don't get me, I love working with kids and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, man, the joy and passion that I have for working for myself and the stuff the connections, the people, and the stuff that I've got to do with Justx4rt, man, is unimaginable, bro. So this is definitely what I want to do with the rest of my life.
I hear that. While he gets that, would you consider yourself a tattoo artist that do graphic designs, or are you a graphic designer that do tattoos?
Man, I'm just an artist. You can't even really box me in, bro. I'm just a jack of all trades, bro. Like, I do tattoos, I do art, I do fashion. You need a logo, you need a paint and shit, man. It's just art, man. It's all one thing for me. Like, that's why it's just for art. Like, that's one of the whole things. It's a little play on my name, but it's also it's just for art. Like, this is strictly that. Like, man, don't try and box it in. Don't put no labels on it. Don't try to classify it as this. It's just art. Love it for what it is.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Okay, we're gonna start with the first question. What is one of the lessons your job has taught you, and think everyone should learn, and at some point in their life?
Got you. Man, patience. Like, and I know this is cliche to say patience, but it really, really, really is patience. Like, I've been tattooing for 2 years, and on some being all the way honest, I don't even feel like I'm a good tattoo artist. Like, I really feel like I'm bottom tier tattoo artist in Charlotte right now. But that's what pushed me and gets me so hard, because I want to be one of the best ones in Charlotte. Like, shout out to Pat at Tattoo Renaissance, but like, everybody know who he is based off his art and his tattoo work. I'm trying to get to that level, like, where everybody knows me based off what I do. So, man, having that patience, because it's like, you want to get to that level of being great so bad that you forget that, man, it takes time. Like, somebody just had to tell me literally yesterday, bro, you only been doing this 2 years, bro. What you expect? Like,
That's true
what
shit.
you expect? Like, you literally started this out of nowhere 2 years ago with your own bread, no backup plan, no nothing. So it's just like, what you expect? You got to have that patience. And like, with my craft, I can't rush it. Like, because if I mess up, I mess up. That's on somebody's skin. So, and not even with my regular art. Like, one of the things the owner here told me, Gary told me, with art, the art of mistakes, you just make your job harder. Because if I put a line on you that ain't supposed to be there, I got to find a way to incorporate it. So it's just like, patience is just key with everything. Like, you're going to take 1,000 losses before you have a win. You're going to see 1,000 dark days before you see sunlight. So you just got to have that patience.
True shit. Like, so a little bit about me, so we get to know each other. I'm a chef by trade, so like, I understand that you have to have patience. You have to understand, you can't rush things, because if you rush this steak, you're gonna send it out raw, and it'll come back to you. Now you gotta wait another 15 minutes. Yeah. Taking time's 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the whole concept of patience, but also on another front with this, we did this shit 2-3 years, and we're just now starting to get some growth out of it. And it's, it really, this came down to the boil of you just gotta love what you're doing, and and enjoy the time that you're having with it, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. That's why my favorite quote by Nipsey, man, I just didn't quit. Like, I went through every emotion. I just didn't quit.
I swear to you, I like to tell people about us. We was two dummies with a microphone in college.
Man, you gotta start somewhere, bro. Like, man, that dollar in a dream should be real, for real.
Nah, for real. It's weird when you get that through your mind, because I feel like that's what all successful people have in common. Because I'm like, in my free time, I'm starting to read more. because I take the light rail to work. I take it for 30 minutes. So if I could possibly finish a book within 2 or 3 weeks, but maximize that time. So like I've read P. Diddy autobiography, and I've read Charlemagne the God's book, and I've read some inserts from Jay-Z, and it's all the same thing. It's just I decided to make a change, and I just kept grinding, and it's always that moment of maybe I should quit. Like I'm not getting no ends from it. I'm putting more money than what I'm getting out. It's kind of like who gets famous off of this? What's the chances? But all of it was they just kept going. When there was no reason to keep going, they just kept going.
Kept going. Like I don't even know why I'm going anymore. Like it's just like I'm stuck in the motion. I'm just going through the motion now. It's just muscle memory.
That's how. Like I'm just looking down. It's I always remember there was this practice in football when it was raining sideways. Could barely see the person in front of you. I literally kept my head down and I was just knocking heads. That's how I feel like the grind is. I'm keeping my head down and I'm knocking heads so the rain don't get in my eyes and that shit don't and that's just, it's tunnel vision, and I'm tunnel vision until, hell, even when we get success, I'm still probably going to be tunnel vision because success is never enough. Enough is never enough
Fact.
to me.
No,
Yeah.
fact.
So let's circle back to you being a teacher. I think that's very interesting. A little bit of a curveball. What did you teach and like what age group and all that fun stuff?
Man, I don't even really talk about me being a teacher a lot because then people get into your personal life. But I'm gonna share it. I teach junior high, or y'all call it middle school here. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I'm also the head girls basketball coach at the school that I teach at. Last year I taught. What did they take? The EOGs. I taught an EOG prep class. This year I may be doing like PE or something. I don't know. It depends on where the school puts me at. But man, besides what I do now, teaching and being a coach was probably what I thought I was gonna be doing with the rest of my life.
No, that is like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it did catch me off guard. Like something. Oh yeah, I'm a teacher. Damn, you're a teacher.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Like, man, people look at me crazy, bro. I got all these tattoos and I got locks now, piercing. Man, people like, you a teacher? Yeah, I'm a teacher. Like, what? You can't just, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you probably the cool teacher because I had a couple of teachers and it was like, damn, if I just do my work and do whatever, we can do whatever.
Something like that. Something like that. As long as you behave and you do what you got to do, man. My kids will tell you, I got one rule: handle your business first, and then we can play all day. You come in that classroom and you do your business, and we learn what we got to learn, and we knock out our work. Man, you can do what you want to do. They can have freedom, and they're young adults. You got to treat them as such.
No, I respect that 100. So getting back to tattooing, what influenced you from? Because I'm looking at you now, I see the Mario star on your leg. I see.
We can go into the tattoo. Let me take this video off real quick. We can go into the tattoos. Hold on, let me change this real quick. I'm gonna change my shirt.
All right, during this short commercial break, we'll get a word from our sponsor.
All right.
All right. Welcome back to the DNA Podcast.
So you said what inspired me for my tattoos?
And just tattooing in general, what influences you?
That ability to express yourself. Like some of my tattoos, like just looking at them, you wouldn't even know they had a deeper meaning. Like I got Bart doing graffiti on my hand, but like for me, I grew up poor, so we only had 4 channels. Channel 36 was Fox Network, and The Simpsons used to come on every day at like 5 o'clock, and that's the only cartoon I could watch because we didn't have cable. So Bart Simpson was like a huge part of my art, my life, etc. And so if you look, he has a hat. The hat got the Justx4rt logo on it, so it's a combination of different things. I got Dream Chaser, which is one of my favorite ones. And once I get to a certain point in life, I'm gonna get a Dream Catcher because I feel like I got to the level I needed to. I got the Basquiat crown because that's one of my biggest influences in art.
Basquiat.
Then I got like a bunch of stuff from my childhood. Like I got Dragon Ball Z, pretty much all the cartoons. I got Bob's Burger with the Coogee sweater for the culture. All type of stuff. I got my hometown stuff. I'm from Ohio, so I got Chief Wahoo. I'm from the mud, Toledo. You know what I'm saying? Stand up. But man, they just range from all over. I used to play ball, so I got my love and basketball tab with Bugs and Lola. This is something I drew when I was like 14.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I had got it tatted when I was like 17 or 18, one of them. But a lot of them, like I got one that says "Feel My Pain," because I can tell you all day, but you'll never be understanding unless you went through it. So it just all depends, man. Inspiration comes from whatever, man. This is inspiration. Like, I can't even believe I'm doing this right now.
I only asked because when you said that you were a popular loner, and I felt that on every level. It is like I could just tell, so it looked like you played games, watched anime. That's all in my bag. That's
That's literally
that's
all
what I
did.
did.
And it's crazy because now that's what's making a way for me. The stuff I used to get like teased for as a kid is making a way for me. And hey, it is what it is. I'm happy.
And that's the truth. That's just what I wanted to hear because that's what influences me. I love everything I do is mainly anime based. Anime posters on the wall. I play anime games.
Yeah.
If a rapper mentions anime in a bar, damn, that's my song.
Right.
That's my song.
It's this one dude, man. I don't even remember. It's on my phone, man. Dang, I can't even think of it. Well, he said a Naruto line, and that shit was so hard. Man. I can't even think of it. But I'm the same way.
So what you talked about? What influenced your tattoos? What influences your art style, and like what do you draw from in your everyday life that influences your art in general?
All right. Can I be completely transparent?
Yeah, of course.
Man, I don't know. Like, real shit, bro. I struggle with creativity. A lot of people think I'm creative as hell, but I'm not. Like, I get inspired randomly or, throughout the day or whatever. And it just kind of can come from whatever. Like, man, it just really just depends. It could be a conversation I had with somebody, something I saw, or something that just resonated with me. Like, I'm actually trying to work on tapping into my creativity a little bit more. So I can't even really answer that with other than just my passion and just trying to be great and just wanting to make people happy with what I do. So it's like, that'd be my only intention when I make something, just to somebody to enjoy it. Like,
No, that's true story. Like people could lie to you and say, "Oh yeah, shit come easy. I can do this." We come like before we had guests, we come up with topics.
Oh god,
it
it
just
was
takes
so
us like
fucking
4
hard.
hours to come up with one
Oh
topic.
man, it was so hard.
Like it's easy just to be like, just come up with something.
man,
It doesn't work like
it's not
that.
that simple, bro. It's
And
not.
and some days there's events going on where it's like, of course that's gonna be a topic for this episode, but that shit don't fall in your lap every week. You know what I'm saying? It's just
And we know plenty of creatives. I bet you know plenty of creatives. Sometimes it make you think like, man, I'm a suck. I can't come up with nothing.
Man,
Like it
what?
shouldn't be this hard, but it's normal to struggle with coming up with stuff. That's just part of the creative process.
Yeah.
I know something that I struggle with my stuff is comparing myself to other people's art or like other people's products or whatever. Do you struggle with that as well?
Man, hell yeah. It's funny you said that. Literally, so when I said earlier that somebody just had to tell me something yesterday, it was low-key about that. So I was telling them, man, I'm looking at somebody's picture. Somebody had posted their brand online. And, man, they took a picture of their clothes, put them on the floor. Like, it was like dirty carpet, all type of stuff. But they post had got like 50 shares and like 200 plus likes. And then I can do something where I'm like, man, I do a whole photo shoot for them. My bad. I do a whole photo shoot to promote the shorts or something, and I may get like 5 shares. And I'm sitting there like, damn, what am I doing wrong? But
Yeah.
it ain't even necessarily that you're doing something wrong. It's, everybody has their following and everybody has their lane. And the person just pretty much told me, like, man, you gotta, pretty much, she kind of said something one of my coaches told me, quit scoreboard watching. If you focus on playing the game and you focus on the next play and doing what you gotta do, you ain't got time to watch the scoreboard. And it's the same thing I tell my girls when I'm coaching, like, I don't care if we down 10. If you focusing on getting me this rebound or you focusing on doing your job, you ain't got time to be looking up at the score, because if you're looking up at the score, somebody's passing you by. So that's something I kind of had to sit back and tell myself, like, I'm actually about to take a social media pause. Like, I post my business stuff, but as far as like just being on there scrolling and stuff, I gotta chill, because it subconsciously affects you whether you want it to or not. I don't care who you are. I don't care how positive you are. I don't care how much you got going on. We see celebrities get affected by social media on a daily basis, and they got everything in the world. So what you think we gonna do?
Yeah.
I am kind of in the same boat, and so like I want to be a social media marketer, and so like we both combine the uploads, and like we're trying to upload a lot, but I have found myself trying to stay off social media because also like to be better at podcasts, and you would think listen to other podcasts, but I found myself starting to not even sound like myself. I don't even talk like this.
I appreciate you. That's why you gotta have a team, bro. They make sure that you stay on point.
I swear to you. I have no clue what the hell we were talking about.
Social media, taking a
Oh yeah.
break.
So I took off a break because it's like I started sounding like other podcasters, and I don't want to do that. I don't want it to sound like I'm letting other people influence me, and I'm not my real authentic self. So I took time off. I don't really listen to podcasts anymore because I want it to be me. I don't want. Hey, whether people agree with me or don't, they can never say that. Oh, you just copied what you heard, because that's not true. And so that's why I'm kind of went dark off of social media. So I feel that like sometimes you just have to do a LeBron James go 0 dark 30 in the playoffs. So like
Yeah.
it must do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna win my way, I'm gonna lose my way. So if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do.
Are there any underrated tools that you use that you think other people should know about?
Man, actually, something he said earlier: read books. Like, my life has changed around from reading books. Like, if people have ever wondered, why I am the way I am and why I think, but read, bro. I literally would tell anybody in a heartbeat, read. It don't. If you're reading, I read self development. I read financial literacy. I read spiritual wellness. Like, the book that changed my life forever, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. If you ever get a chance, read that book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And the title itself should already tell you what it's about. It's a spiritual journey, man, and he was happier. I ain't even gonna tell you. You want to know about it? Go read the book. But that's the book for me that started to change my life, and then from there, it's just kind of been a trickle effect. So, read books. Like, I remember being in high school, and people telling me, "I'm not about to read no book, bro." Like, come on. Like, no, I'm not about to read. Man, if I had started reading when I was younger, what I started reading at the age of 25, because I'm 31 now. So if I had started reading back when I was in high school, them early 20s, ain't no telling where I'd be right now. I'd probably be damn near a millionaire.
That's true. It's one of those weird things that I didn't read. I read a lot as a kid, but not in between. It's kind of like you got to find what you want. The books at the school trying to push on you aren't what you want to read. Because the books that you brought up, the school was never going to recommend. So it's like there's books out there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So you should read. But like, yeah, I didn't read a lot in high school either because they were pushing that weak ass crap.
Yeah, like, only thing I read in high school, no cap, was Harry Potter because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. But other than that, man, I wasn't reading books on my own.
What are some other books that you would recommend?
Oh, bro, I got a whole list of like 100 books that I'm trying to get through myself. The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. I love that book. The Journey of Socrates. The Richest Man in Babylon. The 1 Minute Manager. Who Moved My Cheese. Tyrese actually wrote a book. I think it was called How to Get Out of Your Own Way. That's a really good book. Man, I had a whole list of books. I can go on and on. I just, if you weren't using my phone, I pulled that list up. But yeah, I got a whole list of books.
That's good to hear. That's a positive message that you don't hear a lot. Like, go read. Go read something more than the cereal box or what's on your phone.
Yeah.
Go seek information.
And it's the best thing I can do. Like, people will come to me and ask me for business advice, and I'm like, all right, I'll give you a little piece of it, and then I'll tell you to go read this book. If you don't go read that book, then I'm not about to give you no more information. Because you ain't gonna put in the work. You just want me to give it to you. Like they say, you give a man a fish to eat for a day. You teach him how to fish to eat forever. So if I tell you to go read a book so that you can get what you think I got or the knowledge that you think I got, and you don't want to do it, then that just shows you don't want to put in the work to get
Yeah,
it.
you're not hungry for it. You don't really want it.
You just want somebody to hand you the shit so you can say you got it.
True shit.
Nah, no doubt. That's one of my favorite sayings. Like that's all the money. That's what my coach used to yell at me and everything because it's the truth. You gotta want it for yourself. I can't want it more than you for you. What would you say right now, whether it's personal or professional, is like the biggest challenge you're working through?
The biggest challenge that I'm working through for right now, man, staying consistent. Like you can't get too caught up too high on the highs and you can't get too low on the lows. Like you literally gotta coast and stay in that middle ground to kind of like remain meek. Um, because if you don't, man, it can throw you completely off course. Like it's been times where I done went 3 weeks, I ain't made no bread. Like no just for art, no clothes money, no tattoo money, no art money. And then that fourth week of the month, I done made 2 bands in 1 week. So you gotta have that consistency, like you said earlier, man. Doing it when you don't want to, um, getting up, man. When I come to the shop on my off days, and I'm in here practicing and tattooing, or I'm tattooing clients on my off days, or I'm reading on my, I'm doing stuff to try to stay consistent and continuously like put out content that's true to me, and to do stuff that's true to who I am. So like anything that I do is just like trying to make sure I repeat myself. um, like it's just genuine and authentic. Like it's not nothing to make it seem like I'm false happy or to show other people. Like no, it's just staying consistent and continuously going through. Like I said, you can see 1,000 dark days before you start to see that light at the end of the tunnel. But you ain't gonna know that light is at the end of the tunnel if you stop moving. You in darkness, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what's around you, but if you stand still, you just gonna stay there. If you're moving, you at least got a chance.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest thing: is staying consistent and constantly moving forward.
And like just to piggyback off what you were saying, it's like you have to enjoy the pain. You gotta enjoy the struggle. Like you have to learn like, hey, this is part of the game, and you know that if I keep going, I'm gonna get where I want to go at. But it's the journey, not the destination. That's
You feel me?
a little cliche, but
No,
it's the truth
real.
though.
It's real. Nipsey had this one quote in the song. He said, "I don't need no help. Just let me suffer through this." And I liked it because kind of like what you just said, man. Sometimes you gotta go through certain stuff for you to really understand or to be prepared for what it is that you're asking for. Like we'll ask for something and not be 100% prepared to receive it. You feel me? So it's that same thing. Sometimes you gotta go through it so that you can really appreciate it when it comes.
Nah, no doubt. Like that's real advice. That's anything that any up and coming entrepreneur and whatever they do is something that like staying consistent is hard for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Can you list some of the things that you do that helps you that you do to try to stay consistent? Like, is there something that you read? Is there something that you watch? Is there like something that just helps you try to stay consistent so you don't fall off?
All right. So I'm gonna give you a little tidbits on me. Routine is key, man. Like some days I've been slacking lately, but I try to have a morning routine. Like I get up, even though I ain't even though school is out, I'm still getting up at 6:45, 6:30. I get up, I stretch, I do yoga. I may listen to music or listen to a podcast or read. You gotta have some type of routine. That and um, you can do little things. Like for me, I got a big ass bathroom mirror, so if you look at my mirror, man, I got all types of shit written on my mirror for me to read every day. The very first the top headline is one of my favorite movies, The Pursuit of Happiness. Like that's what I'm on, The Pursuit of Happiness. So that's the first thing. And then I got like a couple quotes like "Work hard, nobody cares," or "The highest human act is to inspire." Nipsey, and they're like different affirmations posted around the house. You gotta Your environment is a big factor in it. You gotta have a positive environment. Like if you're surrounded by stuff, like if only thing you ever got around your house is junk food or you only watch the TV, you ain't got nothing positive, like that's gonna affect you. Your mind is a lot of time a reflection of your living space. How you live is kind of like how it is on being on the inside of your mind. So how you live in ultimately deciphers everything. What you do on a daily basis is going to determine whether you're going to be successful or not. Like, if you wake up every day at 8 o'clock, but I'm getting up at 6:45, I'm going to beat you to the punch every day.
No doubt.
Literally the Kobe.
I've been waking up since Like this is not even just to top you, but I've been waking up since I was about 4 years old because my mom would have to work on the opposite part of town. That she had to drop me off at my grandmother's, and so it was like when you go to like Head Start or whatever, they start at 7, so she would have to drop me off at 3, and I got to her grandma's like 4:35, so like it's instilled in me. So like I feel you, and that's the only way I'm able to maintain because I wake up early. I'm starting to exercise more because there was a point during COVID where like I stopped exercising, doing whatever, but then I noticed that it's just like I stopped doing everything.
Yeah.
So like some people would think, oh, since you're not exercising, you have more time to do other. Yeah, you would think. Like you would think.
Nah, I'm just mismanaging my time now.
And so like I'm back on it, and just like recently I went to the lake, and people was like, oh, I see you dropping some pounds. What are you doing? I'm just getting up, exercising, and when I'm done, so I get done exercising at 6 in the morning. I start working on podcast stuff, editing videos, doing whoop doo. I go back to sleep around 11 or 12, and people be like, bro, you're going to sleep at 11 or 12? I'm just waking up. I've been up for about 8 hours now. Like I've already had my full day, and I'm probably going to just turn back around and boom, wake back up at 2 and keep working. And so like it's weird, but consistency. You need a balance in your life to balance out your work. Like it's just it's weird how it works that way. So working out is how I stay focused because just is. I don't have no deep reason. I don't have this. It just is. When I work out, I'm more focused. When I'm not, chilling.
Yeah, facts. Everybody got their advice, and you gotta have something, man, because there's a lot of distractions out there. You gotta have something to keep you grounded.
So we kind of already ran through all the pre-scripted.
So I do have something off the head because you mentioned it a lot. What's some of the music that you listen to? Some of your favorite artists that you listen to?
Man, I'm a big Nipsey fan, so you already heard me quote. Like I got them All Money In, the flags right here. Like that's Nipsey I listen to on a daily basis. Like that's my motivation when I'm trying to get through the struggle or trying to just go through that hustler's mentality of I can't quit. Like, you know, I know the odds are stacked against me. Like, man, I came from poverty. Man, I've overcome jail. You know, all that stuff. Like I literally come from the trenches and the bottom. Like nothing. Like so, Nipsey plays a big part. I ain't gonna lie, I listen to Rod Wave a lot. People think I be in my feelings, but I don't. Like, hear me out. Like, man, Rod Wave say a lot of real shit, man. Because like, when you can relate to that pain and that struggle, like, man, sometimes the pain don't even become from like heartbreak from a person, bro. It just become because I made bad decisions, or I'm not where I'm supposed to be, or I didn't chase this dream like I was supposed to. So like, it's not always about no love. It's like life that broke my heart.
Bro, I get you. He'll tell you, I'm the biggest Weekend fan. So shit, people be thinking I'm in my feelings. 8 out of 10, they be right.
I rock with the Weekend. So if I'm listening to the Weekend, I'm definitely probably in my feelings.
Ooh, I just wanted to ask because like music plays such a huge part in everybody's lives. What part has music played in your life?
Man, this played a huge part. Like, I mean, I wish I could play instruments and like music. Man, I think that is so dope to like be able to do that. Like, if I ever get to the level where I can mingle with like rappers and stuff, bro, I just want to sit in the studio and watch the process. Like, I just want to see how y'all create, how y'all come up with it. Like, that is just so dope to me because music is just like the highest form of expressionism to me. Like, you can yell, scream, shout, say whatever you want, cuss, scream, you know, say you hate this person, say you love this person, like, and can't nobody say nothing to you because it's your music. You know? So, like, music is huge. Like, my head I don't think a day goes by that I don't listen to music. Like, I think as soon as I wake up, if I ain't listening to a podcast, I'm listening to some type of music. Nipsey, Rod Wave, who else? Kevin Gates sometimes. Of course, I listen to a lot. I like Tupac, so I listen to Tupac. People don't cry. I like G Herbo. I ain't gonna lie. I like G Herbo.
And these are all people I listen to.
These are all people that I fuck with.
And so you mentioned a lot of drill rappers, and so I feel music differently. And I only know because I talk to people, and it's like I get goosebumps off of everything. I can listen to a trashiest rapper, but he'll probably say something that make me think, Damn, like it just makes me feel
Yeah,
it.
like you can't help who you resonate with. Like who is somebody I like that? Man, I can't even think off the top of my head. Like, cause there's a couple of them. Like if we was to just play random on my phone music, you gonna, bro, you listen to that? Yeah, I do. I ain't gonna cap. But dang, I can't think of none of that. I can't even.
So I know I listen to some stuff that wouldn't be I guess considered as like traditional black music. You know, so I listen to like Nirvana and Red Hot Chili Peppers, stuff like that. Like I was a military kid, so I was around a whole bunch of different kinds of people. So
Yeah.
like I had no choice but to kind of be exposed to a whole bunch of different kinds of music. So like I don't know, were you exposed? Do you like that kind of stuff? You know, are you into?
Yeah, like now it just dawned on me. Y'all know who I love, and people always surprise me. Natasha Bedingfield.
She can sing. Actually, like she can sing.
Yo, I love Natasha Bedingfield's music. These Words and Unwritten, top two of my favorite songs. Them, I love Maroon 5, Imagine Dragons. Man, it's a lot. Like, it's gonna be some random stuff on there. Like, man, I was listening to. It came on randomly. Y'all remember Fantasy by Mariah Carey?
That's my shit. That's the one from Rush Hour. That's literally my favorite Mariah Carey.
Man, that shit came on, and I was just, like, it just took me to like that. The movie got to playing in my head. I'm in the car rocking. So yeah, music is definitely lit for me. It don't even matter who.
I think that being a creative, and like this doesn't matter if you design clothes, if you design graphics, if you design video games. I don't think you can be a creative boxing yourself in.
Yeah.
Like I think you need to do all like if you just say I listen to rap music, well shit, you ain't gonna be but so much different. There's only so much rap in the world that could influence you. You need to listen to rock, you need to listen to R&B and sing. Like stuff like that is what inspires.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's one of the if you're a creative and you say you don't listen to all this weird stuff, are you really creating?
Yeah, or you just replicating.
Yeah.
Because I think that's how we got to where we got to. Like rap isn't what people call standard rap. Drake is a rapper, but he sings and raps. 20 years ago, that wasn't a thing. Either you sung or you rap.
Yeah. The only person that I can think of that was doing that was Nelly. And that was the only person that was singing and rapping, and people was like, all right, yeah, it was Nelly. That's the only person I could think of.
Ja Rule is the only person I could
Rule.
think of, but he literally got killed for doing it. 50 Cent still clowns him for doing it.
Yeah, he had bangers.
Ja Rule was running the summers for about 5 years straight. You know what I'm saying?
He was running shit till 50 came out. 50 shut all that shit down.
Oh shit! So like everything you say really resonate. Like I feel like that should resonate with a bunch of people. This might sound like I'm bigging up our podcast a lot, but what made you what made you come on besides us just asking you? Because a lot of people, I know people now who said they've recommended us and people want to go on, but they're nervous.
Man, honestly, he was just a cool dude, bro. Like, your energy at the festival, both of y'all, was just like, the way y'all approached me, and man, I just fucked with it. Like, that was just cool. Like, y'all definitely helped me have a good day that day. Like, y'all made me, be happy on the inside. Like, to see people just randomly come up and fuck with what I do, like, that shit still to this day blows my mind because, like I said, I don't be thinking I'm that good sometimes. So for somebody to come up and, they really fuck with it, and then for y'all to even want me on the podcast, like, because, bro, like, I done had the door shut on me so many times from other people and, like, higher ups and shit for, like, shit like this, and it just be like, all right, whatever, just keep going, keep doing what you do. Somebody, if they fuck with you, they gonna fuck with you. And, if you fuck with me, I fuck with you. That's just how I rock. So.
It's weird hearing it from your point of view just because, like, if you ask me, they ain't do shit besides go ask you to be on the podcast. And to me, it's like, whoop-de-damn dude. These niggas asked me to be on their shit. But, like, hearing it from you, make it, damn, I guess we did some shit. Like, it's weird how something little to you could mean something else to somebody else.
Yeah.
It's just like it
Absolutely.
meant the world to you for us just to really like fuck with your shit.
Yeah,
And I
like-
didn't even think of it like
Bro, I'm
obviously I
doing a
wasn't
damn
thinking
podcast
it.
interview, bro. I ain't nobody famous. Bro. Like, so like, I ain't gonna cap. I was nervous as hell sitting here. Like, I was trying to control my anxiety and shit. I'm over here shaking on the inside, trying to. I think that's probably why I was stuttering a couple times, trying to keep it cool.
I mean, like this recording shit, it was rough the first 10 episodes. It's so uncomfortable. So like for you having the bravery to even come on here is already impressive to me. So
And you were already ready to go. Answers like your mind was already formulated because like I feel like if it was me, I wouldn't be able to get a real thought together. Like I would say shit, but it wouldn't mean nothing.
Honestly, bro, I like even though you sent me the questions and I saved them to my phone, I literally looked at them that one time and then like never again. Cause I wanted when I came on here, like with my brand, it's just all about being unapologetically you. So like whatever y'all asked me or whatever was said, like it's just coming straight up. It's not prepped. It's like this is just genuinely how I feel, genuinely who I am. So like I just wanted to give y'all just real authentic. Like if I fuck up, I fuck up. If I say something I ain't supposed to say, and then it gets said, it just is what it is. Like y'all got me as raw, unfiltered.
And that's what we want. That's because like we're on a mission because we want to show what Charlotte has because it has gems like you. And even if like say like now is as low as what you're ever going to be, and like in a year or two you blow up, you have your own show and this and that. It was great for me to even think like, oh, maybe we helped a little bit. Maybe we're the reason why such and such even saw him and he blew up.
No
So
cap.
it's like, and there's plenty out there. I've never even heard of this tattoo shop until today.
I think I've been down this road one time my whole time being in Charlotte.
Bro,
So
and that's just really how it be. Like, man, it like one of the things one of my cousins used to tell me, man, there's $1 million talent in the hood. We just
sure.
don't know it. Like when we did Durag Fest, the shorts I'm selling right now, like my number one seller right now, man, I came out with them shits 1.5 years ago. But there's so many people that still haven't seen it. Like when I was at Durag Fest, somebody saw it. Man, they instantly bought 2 pair of shorts and booked the tattoo that day. Like, and that was their first time ever seeing my brand. So it's just like, man, sometimes it's just really about like people just haven't seen you.
Yeah, and that's why it's because I'm not even gonna hold you. You did this one Gohan tattoo, I believe, recently. And like when I see it, it's no in hell that nobody doesn't know him. Like that shit is cold.
Hey, shout out to Katie because that's the one I did the Gohan tattoo on. I don't know if she tuned into the live, but that's one of my favorite tattoos. As you talking about the one with the red sun?
Yeah, like that shit was cold, and I'm just like, it's no way that more people don't know about you because like I've thought about getting a tattoo, and this is not me just saying it for the podcast. If I get a tattoo, because I'm still 50-50, you're my guy. If people know, if I know a guy, I will always recommend you because I do
appreciate
really
that.
fuck with your stuff.
I appreciate that.
for sure.
That's real shit.
So what's your favorite tattoo design that you ever did? Whether you put it on skin or just on paper.
My favorite design, it ain't done yet. It's not done yet. Because I'm working on a one. When I get to the level, it's this big ass leg piece I want to do, but it's pretty much just like an anime sleeve, but it's got like my favorite characters, so like not always the main characters from animes, but like my favorite characters.
arguably the best characters.
You know what I'm saying? So
We a nerdy podcast. You might as well just live. You might as well just list them.
let me see. Damn, where's my iPad at? Who's on there? Man, I had to go look at it. I can't even think of. Let me think of a different one. One of my other favorite ones. I do got this Kakashi one that I really, really want to do. I'm a big Kakashi fan, and it's like a manga panel, so it's got like all the line work and that old school comic book feel to it. Like I think I slowly am like kind of just focusing like becoming like a cartoon anime specialist. That's what I love doing. Even though I want to do everything, like I want to be able to do realism and shit. But you give me a cartoon, I'm gonna kill that shit. And I think my Kakashi one, like nobody has wanted it yet, but I think that's the one I really want to do the most because I feel like that's one of the pieces I'm like, man, if I can get this one to look how I want it to look, then that's when I know, all right, I'm ready to go to the next level.
What would you say some of your favorite animes are, since we're on the topic?
Oh man, Hunter x Hunter, Bleach. I got a Bleach tattoo right here.
I was peeping at the whole time.
So I didn't know what it was when you were going over your tattoos, but for some odd reason, it just clicked to me. Oh shit, he got a Bleach tattoo.
Bleach, Black Clover, One Punch Man. Dang, what else is on my list? I use VRV.
You solid. VRVs for the real anime head.
What else is on there? Of course, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho.
That's my favorite. I call Dragon Ball Z the goats.
Yeah.
But Yu Yu Hakusho is my favorite.
Cowboy Bebop.
I knew I liked you. That's
You feel me? It's like how you said about our vibe. I knew you were a cool guy. I did not see any reference of anime or anything when we talked to you, but it was like, hey, guy, there's something about him I like. It's
Rock Lee. That's one of the people that's on that sleeve. Because I got a Rock Lee tattoo. So
that's one of your favorite characters.
Yeah, I got Rock Lee.
arguably my favorite anime
Miles
character.
Morales is gonna be in there because he the first Black Spider-Man, so that's one of my favorite characters.
It's gotten that way, believe it or not. So I haven't watched anime in like 3 months, but only because, damn, I got all these in my list. Damn, what do I want to watch first? Every day it's just like, damn, that's 100 episodes. Yeah, I might watch it.
That's a commitment, right? Yeah.
For real. That's why I don't watch One Piece, man. That's too long. I ain't got that type of time.
Believe me when I tell you, I'm all caught up on One Piece. This has gotten sidetracked, but One Piece, if somebody told me it was the greatest anime of all time, I wouldn't argue with them. Like, let me put it to you like that. If that shit was chopped into 3, and they said each individual third is the greatest anime of all time, I wouldn't argue with them. Like, that's how cold it is. I will die on this hill. Man, you might as well watch it. Most people argue when anime ends too soon. Shit, you ain't got to worry about this.
Yeah,
you ain't got to worry.
The episode, bro, I quit watching that shit. Like, bro, I'm never going to be caught up.
I restarted. I got halfway through the first season. I was like, I cannot.
Yeah, that's what I tried to restart it, bro. And I was just like, nah, this ain't it.
One day, I feel like once we get that tweet or once that notification comes out, final episode of One Piece aired, shit, niggas gonna be on the hunt. It's like, all right, now we know it's an end. So,
fact, nah, I can sit and watch it for the next 3 months.
believe me, it takes longer than that. 300 episodes is out, and it took me a month and a half.
Bro, I don't even want to start. I don't even remember what season I left off on. I just could watch it.
Ooh. We are sponsored by a bakery called Made For You CLT, and this is something we like to do for all our guests.
All right.
Give you a little something to entice you to come back. That we're all about connecting brands.
I love chocolate chip cookies. These look like the Subway cookies too, so they know I know they smack.
Oh, I can promise you they're better than Subway.
I baked them off right before we came, so you straight.
Appreciate it.
So we're getting to the end. You want just to promote yourself and just anything else you want to tell about yourself before we get out of here?
Make sure y'all check out my website. It's Justx4rt.com. That's JUSTX4rt.com. And that's my social media handle on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. I think that's all of them. I don't know. There's so many now.
If there's any more, they'll be in the description. They'll be in the bio.
Yeah. And just follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm usually active at on all the platforms, and that's where I'm usually trying to engage with everybody at. Yeah.
I appreciate you, Justin, for being on.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all for having me. It was definitely a pleasure.
This was a great episode. I love it when we can do stuff like this. The atmosphere is great. Probably one of our best backgrounds.
Hey man, anytime, man. This is how we do it. Like I said, it's real authentic. Like, man, it is what it is.
If you want to catch Justin, be sure to follow his socials, or can he walk in to see you?
Yeah, you can come see me anytime, man. We over here on West Boulevard, Brothers in Ink Tattoos, BNI, 2911 M.A. James Avenue.
Be sure to book with him. He does the dopest shit.
Appreciate it.
And we out.
We out.